Bienvenido, damas y caballeros. Welcome back to the Freeform Radio on the Freeform Network. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Freeform Network. And send in those questions and suggestions because Andy loves reading them. ffnquestions@gmail.com. And actually, he's the one that handles most of the social media because, you know, I'm an introvert over here and I don't really socialize too much, according to Andy, he said. But Andy's the most social butterfly of all the group here. But jumping into the podcast for today, my name is Daniel. My other two hosts today is Noel.
What's going on, everybody?
And that social butterfly, Mr. Andy.
It's all good, Andy. Always here arguing, loving the ladies.
Oh, shit.
All our loving the fans.
Is that plural, man?
The ladies? Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But we're gender neutral here, so I guess maybe Danny's more gender neutral. But we love everybody, and the hate, the love. Just hit us up, Twitter, Facebook, emails, whatever. Maybe one day I'll give out my cell phone number, Andy.
Nice. So this is the Freeform Radio podcast. We like to throw these out every couple of weeks. Just us getting together and just having some quick conversations about the things we're up to. And we try to pick interesting articles. So if you want something for us to talk about, send it over to our Gmail, and we'd be happy to take a look at it and see what we can do about talking about it. But let's jump into our week. Andy, baseball, man, it's here. The White Sox, some good trades on the offseason. It's really exciting. What are issues that you're looking at for baseball?
So, yeah, there's my big baseball issue is I cut the cord recently. If y'all heard on previous podcast, and right now the Sox are hot. I mean, they've made some big offseason moves. So I'm just like, man. And the other day I was thinking, how the fuck am I gonna watch baseball? And you know, that's my big debate. And I don't want to pay another subscription to watch it. And I know there's the websites, but I'm just like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I don't want to deal with all that bullshit. I just want to turn on the TV and watch it. And that's my big issue, man. You know, with the Cubs going to a subscription-based service with the Marquee Network and NBC Sports Chicago, all the games are going to be cable, all of them. There's nothing going to be on over-the-air TV, no local channels like in the Golden Days, no WGN, no ABC, no Fox. Maybe you'll get some national broadcast on Fox, but it's going to be kind of rough, man. So I think I'm going to be listening to the radio a lot.
Well, I mean, you could always go on. There's certain links I can give you if you need, so you can watch it.
Yeah, I got links too. It's just, I mean, it's the hassle. I don't know. It's just like I want to flick it on and just go White Sox baseball, and they'll take me.
I mean,
but
you
now
gotta pay for convenience.
I know, man, and that's why. But fuck, I was getting raped by the cable company. That's why I had to get rid of it. Like I slashed my bill by like 80% by cutting the cord. It was just this ungodly amount. But
yeah, you're right, man. Those Sox are hot, man. They're 6-5. I know it's preseason, so you know we can't get too excited, but it was cool seeing that they made a lot of moves, and a lot of them seem to be paying off.
Yeah, so that's my big issue right now. And then, you know, the other big issue I have, maybe that's why I need to vote a certain way. You know, Democratic Socialism is, you know, we're in a political season for this upcoming election here in the United States. And Bernie Sanders is, well, up till yesterday was Super Tuesday as the day of this recording. He took an ass whooping from old senile Joe Biden. But for a while he had a good, I should say he was dominating the political landscape with his democratic socialism. And I was just astonished to see how many people agreed to this type of political system. I know I'm a little bit older. I have more of a conservative view and more center conservative. But one of the last debates I saw, he was out there talking about, you know, free Medicare for all, free childcare, free tuition, college tuition. And at the end, I'm just like, man, is that what the youth want? Like,
Damn right.
and I'm just like, this shit's fucking insane, man. Like, who's gonna pay for all this?
I mean, you were talking about it with the baseball thing. Everybody wants free shit. Nobody wants to pay a lot for anything. But I think this is like a book or a page out of the Obama book, because he promised the world too. He promised everybody, man, you can quit your job. We're going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to get paid. And I still remember, man, it's like etched into my brain, the day that he won the presidency and they were interviewing people in the crowd. There were people talking literally like, I'm never going to have to work again. Yeah, Obama, he's the man. And I'm just like, what is wrong with these people, man? I'm like, it's this whole, yeah, and trust me, man, to me, I kind of like the Buddha Bedge, or what was that guy's name?
Yeah, Buddha Peg.
Yeah, I kind of liked him. I thought he was a half decent Democratic candidate. And if the election was between him and Donald Trump, I would probably vote Democrat. But man, these really super extreme left Democrats are just sometimes too much, man. I just can't deal with it.
Yep. It's gonna be interesting, this whole president election coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I already know who's gonna win that one.
Well, like I said, it's I'm just shocked. I should say shocked. I know they kind of stole it from him last time, so they're really coming out to support him. But when it's all said and done, it's an interesting shift that this country's going to. I'm not trying to get too political here.
You're too woke, Andy.
You go woke, we go broke. That's why we can't be PC, man. You see all these like big media digital giants like Vice and all these people, Vox, and they're just like, they're hurting because they went woke. But I mean, you believe what you believe, but I mean, to me, how I grew up, I know they're gonna say like, oh, okay, boomer, but these fucking I just don't understand. I mean, when I think of socialism, I just don't think they're in. He keeps saying Denmark, right? Denmark. But they're taxed. They're taxed. I mean, we're taxed. I think we're taxed too high here, but I just don't understand the promise of free shit. Somebody's gonna pay for it, and I always feel the people who get screwed is people who go to work from 9 to 5. They're the ones who get impacted the most by they're gonna tax you more. Yeah, they're like, well, you're gonna take away. Yeah, they're gonna take away the health care that you buy through work. Your discounted thing. But I don't know what you're gonna get. What you're gonna get in return is gonna be as good as your benefit from your employer. I mean, yes, we all know healthcare is not perfect in this country, but fuck, man, you have options of getting a lot of them. I shouldn't say a lot. I feel like a lot of these companies do have some options. There was Obamacare, kind of. They gave you options on that, but it just didn't work. People were pissed. They keep saying you're gonna keep your doctor. The doctors weren't really taking it. And then the other big thing is the free tuition. I know school's expensive. You're a college graduate. I'm assuming you have student loans, or maybe not. I don't know. But there's like this obsession with free education in this country. And even when you go to elementary, junior high, high school, that is not free. You still have to pay. I mean, it's affordable. Yeah, it should be somewhat affordable. But there's an obsession in this country for like free fucking schooling.
There's obviously schooling cannot be free unless somebody pays for it, because the teachers aren't going to teach for free. They need to eat too, so teachers got to get paid, administrative costs, fucking building upkeep, etc. Right? There's costs associated with education, regardless of what intentions we have.
And it's a business. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, it's a fucking business.
I think what the mission is at least from what my understanding is from the Democratic side, what their mission is to get it so that we as working people pay for the future generations education so that when we get old they'll be educated enough to take care of the things for us afterwards, you know what I mean? So versus having people be in debt essentially right out of the fucking gate. You're 18 years old, here you go, here's you can't drink alcohol, you're not old enough for that, but here I can give you $100,000 of debt right instantly as soon as you
Or
start college.
they'll give you a gun if you join the army. I mean, and they'll pay for your schooling if you commit to 2 years of reserves and 2 years of active. But
Yeah.
like I said, there's always options. I believe one thing, it does make sense. I believe you should have free, like, community college, free tuition. I do kind of believe in that because that impacts local communities more than if you go to like these massive universities. That, yes, it's expensive. Yes, I feel it's a better quality of education, but you're paying for all that. I
Well,
mean,
let me ask you this. If it started tomorrow where education is free and we're paying for it, like there's no choice, right? You have to pay taxes, right?
yes,
So let's say that's what happens. Would you go back to school?
I would look into going back to school to get some. But
Yeah.
what they mean by free is the tuition. You still have to buy books. You
Oh,
still
there's
have
ways
to.
around that. If
There-
you're smart enough, there's ways around that,
That's what I'm
dude.
saying. They're
Which I'm not paying loans on books, bro.
That's why you're paying for like $200-300 for a fucking brand new book.
That was an issue, but like then you team up with people, you go in on books, or you be really nice to your teacher, and if you have them again, you get the hookup, or you find links online. Dude, people can fucking scan their whole
There's
book
this-
and then put it
there's
up
this
online. Like, here you
notion-
go.
There's this
Ah,
notion of
come
the
on.
starving student, which is like
That's
I feel-
tuition. That's associated to
yeah.
tuition.
that's what I'm saying. They keep saying free tuition, and you still got to pay for room and board, books, how to feed yourself, and yeah, you could get a little, thrifty.
I don't think all that's gonna be covered. That's extra
But
shit,
that's what I'm saying.
man.
Free tuition, free tuition.
yeah.
They keep saying, and people keep thinking free schooling. They keep saying free tuition.
Yeah,
But-
that's what it should go for.
Well,
in
that's
my
why
opinion.
for local community colleges like around here, I'm kind of I wouldn't. I think that's not too bad.
So you think that's more reasonable than having all colleges?
But
free?
there's going to be people saying, like, I mean, we could get long-winded on that, but to me, I would start with free local community college. And if there's great numbers of people getting associates and moving on to better things, okay. I mean, it's a start. We're giving you the hand up to get your education going. But the obsession with that, even with the free tuition and the fucking healthcare, it is like people are in this country are obsessed about it, and I get it. I mean, the healthcare is a little bit more problematic, but there's options of you buying your own insurance with the premiums. But we're not gonna solve that now, so. Let us know what you guys think. If you're a democratic socialist or a socialism, I've talked to. There's a person at work that is from Europe, and he fucking loves the idea of government being more involved in our day-to-day stuff. Yet he's here in America making more money, I think, than he did in Europe. So that's kind of fucking weird, but okay. But send us what you think at ffnquestions@gmail.com. But, I mean, that's my thoughts. Let us know what you guys think. And, Danny, with all that being said, it's a kind of a wonder why America is in this place it's in right now. But I see you've been watching the Wonder Years. Do you miss those days, those 60s, where the fucking around and no internet? Or what do you think?
Yeah, the Wonder Years. I just finished the very last season, and I had seen it in syndication on TV, so it was something that it was just like really cool to see, and it was something that when we started watching it on I think it was Amazon Prime, no, Hulu. It was on Hulu, yeah.
Commercial free.
Right. Yeah, it was
Right, you
commercial
noticed
free.
they had no commercials on that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they paid extra because most of the stuff on
I think it's
Hulu.
so old, no one watches it. That's what I think.
But it was great, man. It was great watching it again, and I don't remember ever watching it to the very end. The first starting seasons were very memorable. I would see them and I'd be like, "Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember that." But it was like the later seasons that I don't quite recall them. You know, they weren't as nostalgia for me as I was watching them. So it was really cool seeing it, and it was cool to kind of live in that atmosphere. I was born in '77, so that wasn't really totally my timeline, but
Okay, boomer.
but it was but it was cool to see because a lot of the things that they did, rode their bikes to the park, and they were kind of independent from their parents, and it was just like come in before it gets dark outside. That was your curfew.
You
Things like
know,
that don't exist anymore in society today.
I watched some of it when we first got Hulu, and to this day, I remember a couple episodes where I got like pissed. And one of the episodes I watched is when Winnie broke up with Kevin when they shared that joint field trip. And when she walks into the bus and the guy puts his hand on her back,
All right.
dude, that fucking, I remember I watched it like a couple months ago and I'm like, I still got fucking pissed off. I'm like, what a bitch. Like, how
Yeah.
could she do that? And Kevin, he went on to with that other girl in junior high. Was it junior high? Yeah. Or high school. And I thought she was better looking than Winnie. And he just it didn't work out. I stopped kind of watching it after that episode because I got kind of pissed.
Yeah, he tried to make her jealous by going out with
Yeah.
that girl, but I agree with you, man. I thought she was better looking than Winnie, but I just thought it was a very good TV show, and I don't know how many of our listeners out there recall the Wonder Years, but I think it's a great TV show that if you have Hulu or if you have some access to ABC channeling, man, it's a great show, and it's a really different time. It gets kind of weak at the end. The last season was kind of brutal a little bit at times, but it was a very cool ending, very good, and I highly recommend it for people that are into those kind of TV sitcom shows. But something else that I'm kind of sad to see is that Mindhunter. I don't know if these guys are aware of that TV show.
I thought it was a video game.
Do you know of it, Noel?
No, I don't think I've heard you mention it, but I've never seen it. It's about serial killers, I heard.
Yeah, these two detectives, they go around, and the premise is that they are kind of forming the initial starts of FBI and how they started doing profiling and profiling serial killers to kind of aid in catching more predators and more serial killers earlier rather than after they went through a long string of killings.
Oh man, I thought you were talking about the magician, Mind Freak.
Like fucking Minority Report.
No. This one's called Mindhunter, and they did 2 seasons, which were very well, man, very well done, and very good TV shows, seasons. But this third season, it hasn't been officially canceled, but the network said that they're on hiatus and indefinitely on hold.
Over nanny.
So a lot of the rumors are that it's canceled and it's gone. It was really cool, man. The TV show was really cool. They started getting in the minds of Gacy, and who else was it?
That was your neighbor, right, Danny? John Wayne Gacy?
I mean, he was from Illinois, but yeah.
It's from Des Plaines.
Was it Des Plaines?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He
But,
lived by the Kmart that they're shutting down.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he was that close.
It's kind of creepy.
But it was just a really cool TV show, man. I think it's something worth a watch for even the first 2 seasons. It's kind of a shame that it's leaving. I'm hoping that they leave it open to be sold maybe and picked up by another network. Maybe it'll go to Sci-Fi or the History Channel or something, and somebody else picks them up, and maybe they continue it on, because it was very cool to get in the mind of these serial killers and see it from that perspective, see it through the voice of the serial killer. And it was just something really fascinating, really different, not something that you kind of see nowadays. And I've always been like, a sucker for, those CSI shows and stuff like that. I always watched TV shows like that.
It sounds so. What do they just go around? They just go into the minds of past serial killers and try to like figure it out or why they did what they do.
Yeah, I mean that's the basic, in a nutshell, what the show is about. So they'll go to what's the guy that had the swastika on his forehead? Charlie Manson.
Charles Manson.
Yeah. So they in this last season, Charles Manson is introduced as a character, and the whole first season they're trying to get permission from the FBI to go investigate him and go interview him, and for whatever reason they didn't let him. So season 2 they finally get permission. They get permission to go talk to him, and so the 2 FBI agents, they put a tape recorder down and they just start asking him questions like, why did you do this? What were you feeling when you did that? What was the reason for this? And then you kind of get to hear it from the voice of the serial killer. And so it gives you a lot of inside perspective of what they might be thinking. And at the same time, a lot of it is kind of like, is this person just trying to get attention? Is this person being truthful in their words? And so the FBI agents are constantly analyzing the way they said things and the comments that they made when they made certain questions, the gestures that they do, their body language. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting to hear it from the FBI's minds, kind of analyzing the serial killers, and then just hearing the serial killers talk about it. Now, granted, it's not really Charlie Manson having an interview, so a lot of it is dramatized, but it's just cool to see it play out, the back and forth between the FBI and these serial killers.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're trying to like explain the profile. How they always talk about the profile fits is normally this type of person, and I guess they're trying to match it up to see how much they fit a profile.
Yeah, and season 2 is really one of the better seasons, just because they actually go out into the field, because they've kind of proven themselves from season 1 that in season 2 there's an actual active serial killer. And so they send the group out there and they're like, all right, now it's time to put your tools to work and see if you can profile this new serial killer that they're trying to find. And in doing so, they're testing their theories. They're like, yeah, because of this, and this, he's a masochist and he likes to do that. And we think he's this age and that. So they start sending profiles out and try looking for him. And then a few things come back wrong. A few things come out correct. And it's really fascinating seeing the whole season develop and seeing that chase for the serial killer. So the second season was really good because you could kind of see the back and forth. And then it shows a lot of the actual serial killer. So it'll show like the serial killer killing, and then the FBI agents trying to follow and trying to pick up the clues. And it's just really, really, really cool. I thought it was really cool. I know Alana, she really dug it. And, we were both kind of brokenhearted to hear that, it was gone and it's no longer probably going to come back for season
Hulu?
3. I don't quite remember now that I'm thinking about it. I think it was on Netflix, to be honest. I think it was a Netflix show. And right now we just recently got Netflix back, but we had lost Netflix for a long time, for like a year. So, it kind of sucks. We got Netflix back, but unfortunately, no more TV show, man. It looks like it might be gone forever. So hopefully somebody else picks it up, Amazon or Hulu or somebody, because I thought it was a really good show.
I know how you feel, man. I've lost many shows I've liked to just bad networks that, don't support the good shows that really count.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to the numbers. I wonder if they weren't getting the viewers that they were expecting. I mean, from the little bit that I know, they were filming a lot in Canada, so I'm not sure if the actors were starting to get paid too much. I mean, none of them are really like super well known actors, so I'm not sure what happened if their budget was just too crazy and it just weren't getting the viewers that they wanted. But yeah, man, it kind of sucks. Hopefully, they're able to maybe retool it a little bit and then launch season three because they left it in a really good cliffhanger. I think the next serial killer that they were hinting was Bundy, so it was really cool to kind of see that starting to kind of just in the background how this new serial killer was going to start emerging, and that was going to be what season three was going to be about. So, too bad. Yeah, too bad. But Noel, man, I know, like you said, man, you feel for my pain here. It's kind of like those nostalgia TV shows that you like to binge, man. What kind of TV shows are you talking about?
Yeah, I've been catching up on the just old '90s stuff, dude. I don't know if you remember some of these shows, Step by Step.
Ooh, man, yeah.
If you
Hell yeah.
That
remember,
was a large family, right?
That was the one
Patrick
with
Duffy.
the Three's Company chick, right?
Yeah.
yep, yeah, with Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much like a modern take on Brady Bunch, a more like raunchy, or kind of raunchy, Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think it was
remember
more
that.
liberal, right? Or more like easygoing. They weren't as, kind of stuffy as the Brady Bunch.
Right. Yeah, well, some half of the family was the mom side of the family. They were more conservative, well to do and all that. And the other family is more like the trailer park, like go hunting and bring back a moose head kind of family. So when they merged, it was kind of a clash, but it was there was always like something in common that would bring them all together. And every episode was kind of it was like a funny way where the family would like compete or the family would argue, and then at the end everybody's happy. So it was a good show to watch growing up, and then just started watching it again recently. And actually, I don't know if you ever watched Baywatch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched Baywatch
I mean, I
Yeah,
in
watched a
HD.
few. I watched a few episodes, but I never really watched the whole thing.
Hey, Danny, it's on Pluto TV. They got their own channel
oh
Yeah,
damn,
I saw that. I saw that they have their own
in
channel, but
HD. Yeah,
oh damn, check it out.
yeah.
Yeah, the first season of Baywatch, it had a different cast than the later seasons. And the first season of Baywatch, one of the characters, I don't know if you remember Hobie, the
The
son
kid.
of Mitch, yeah,
Yeah.
the kid. In season one, that kid ends up being on Step by Step. So that's kind of how I got to that, because I was like, oh, the actor. I was like looking up what all the actors did, and I saw that he did Baywatch, and that's what got me to start watching that show too.
Did you see the episodes where Hogan and Macho Man come out?
Ah, no, I haven't gotten to that one.
I forgot. It's
There's
later in the season. There's a shitload of cameos and like guest stars on that show as it got really popular.
Oh yeah, dude. I've seen so many like famous actors like that were relatively unknown at that time. It's pretty crazy. It's like a time capsule going back and watching these old
Real
episodes.
quick, Noah, how you watching them? Did you download these, or you have them, or are you watching through a website?
Well, it's a little bit of both. So there's I got Amazon Prime,
Uh huh.
but I also have ways of acquiring these, things. So
Okay.
yeah, I've been watching Hercules as well. You guys ever seen Hercules:
With
Legendary
Kevin
Journeys?
Sorbo?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's
I
man.
could never get into that show. I watched it when it was in syndication. I watched a couple of them. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't like the actor, even though he's done a lot of B movies. I just never got him and the chick Xena or whatever. I was never able to get into those shows. I know they got real popular.
isn't it that
Like,
guy from Renegade? Or
No,
is that
that's
another
Lorenzo
actor?
Lamas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of another actor.
and this guy, he's not really well known in terms of like outside of like fantasy shit. Like he did
Yeah.
Andromeda, I think.
Yeah, he did
Andromeda.
Andromeda too. That's god awful show. I really wanted to like that show. It sucked.
But like I've always appreciated him as an actor in terms of like what he did for the show Hercules and all that. And I was always into like Greek mythology, so seeing him fight like the gods and stuff like that, it was always cool to me. It was like it was just something to kind of watch easily, especially because it was more like for kids. You know, that it didn't look like really serious or anything. If you, it definitely doesn't, it definitely doesn't age well. You know what I mean? Like something like X Files, you could watch at any age, at any time, and it's a good show, right? It aged really well. I was actually watching X Files recently as well, but
I thought you
yeah,
were gonna say something like Silk Stockings or some shit.
Silk Stockings. What is
Oh,
that?
you never seen Silk Stock? You seen Silk Stockings, right then?
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
And it was like late night TV on USA, like all this sexual innuendo with these this guy and girl couple, or I think they were detectives or private eyes. Just you'll search it, watch the trailers, you'll be like, this is straight up 90s cheese.
I thought it was gonna be like some Golden Girls type shit.
Nah, dude, it was like some late night TV, like that one in you ever seen Pacific Blue or Pac Blue? That was like on USA. I used to watch that shit all the time too, in the 90s.
Nah, dude, I didn't watch. I watched like Family Matters, Full House, Cosby Show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I just searched the cast, Hercules. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. He's like a big time Christian now. He does a lot of Christian movies.
He did a lot of B movies. So Rocky or The Rock did Walking Tall, and it did it did half. He made a couple Walking Tall movies that went straight to DVD in in the early 2000s. And I watched a couple of them, and they're all right. But that's what I said. He did a lot of B movies and straight to DVD movies or video.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not like the greatest actor in the world, but he's still he entertained me as a kid growing up watching Hercules, and it's still entertaining to me now. You know, I might need a little bit of ganja to before I watch it, but it's still fun.
Did you watch Xena or no?
Xena, I did watch it as a kid, but I didn't enjoy it as much as Hercules, so I didn't you know, really go out of my way to find that one again. It
Yeah,
was cool
I
seeing her
understand.
on
Yeah.
Evil Dead though, the or Ash versus Evil Dead, the TV show.
Oh, she came out in that.
Yeah, she's actually a
How
pretty
was that Ash
supporting
versus
character.
Evil? The Evil Dead, the TV show, because I got canceled, right? And he said I'm done doing Ash for a long time. He goes,
They're
but
making a movie, Evil Dead 3, I want to
are they?
say.
Is he in it?
They're making another Evil Dead. Well, he's gonna be, I think, collaborating but not being Ash. He's gonna be in the Evil Dead universe,
Yes.
but you know what I mean. But it's just not gonna be him, Ash. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, the show was really freaking good, dude. You gotta watch the show if you like the
Yeah,
series at all.
I like the movie. That's why. And then I heard they made the show, and it only lasted like 2 or 3 seasons. And then I heard he's like, I'm done. The show ended. And he's like, I'm done being this character for a long time.
Yeah, I mean it was a shame that they canceled it. I forgot what network it
It
was.
was like on Stars or something.
Yeah, stars, fucking stars, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great show. Regardless of it being canceled, they finished off what they intended to do. So it didn't like end on a cliffhanger. It's not like there was more to tell. Well, there was more to tell, but it's just like the universe is never gonna end. You know, it's keeps going. But technically, the story arc did complete. So
And
I,
they
I
wrapped it.
yeah, so I was content, to even have those 3 seasons or whatever it was, 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was a limited series. I mean, yeah, like I said, I think it's 2 or 3 seasons, and I know it got canceled after or they're like they're not. It's not coming back, and I just knew Bruce Campbell said, I'm fucking done with playing this character."
Yeah, I mean, he's getting older, but he did really well though. He didn't look like too much older in the movie. It was, or I mean, the series. It was
Right.
really well done, man. Um, but yeah, that actually, I don't know if you know this, the director Sam Raimi of Evil Dead series,
Hmm.
he's actually, I think, either a director or producer for Hercules and Xena, and his younger brother Ted Raimi, he would actually be not only in the movies of Evil Dead, not only in the series, but also in the Xena and Hercules.
Yeah, I
Wow.
seen movies of Bruce Campbell and one of the Raimi, the one that acts. They did a couple B movies for Sci-Fi Channel, and so I know that. And I love Bruce Campbell and the Bubba Hotep. You guys ever seen that movie?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was man. Yeah, I just watched that probably like 4 months ago, and it just brought back a whole bunch of memories. That was man, that was a good movie.
Yeah,
Pretty sad one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a good movie. I remember when I heard about it. I think it was on like Mancow, and I'm like, I gotta check this movie, and I went and bought the DVD.
Yeah, definitely a good watch. But yeah, so that's what I've been catching up on, man. Just some of these old shows and just kind of remembering, what it was like growing up in the 90s. Kind of like how you guys were talking about earlier. It's just a different era. It's kind of gone. I don't think it's ever going to come back. Not like it was, at least.
Right.
Like we talked numerous times on the podcast about those episodic series back in the day. They're like 24, 22, 20 to 24 episode deep. And today's shows, they're like 14 episodes max and they're done. I mean, I think that era of TV is gone. It's prehistoric, and because there's a lot of filler episodes, you know what I'm saying? Like they were concentrating, and there's just like it was just random fucking episode they just did. But today's TV is so much different from the 90s.
No, for sure. I was kind of more referring to the time period, like just the way it was, the memories of me growing up in the 90s. Like just those times, riding my bike, going around, playing with friends, going to the park and shit like that. Like being safe on my own without having to have a parent by my side at all times. It was just I don't know, unique experience, man. And I don't think a lot of people are going to be getting to experience something like that anymore. Like technology has kind of invaded us so much so that it's just we're always
We're always
being like
connected.
monitored and connected, and yeah, it's a different time, dude. And it actually kind of leads into the article for this week. So this week we have an article on from the Seattle Times. It's titled "Special Sunglasses, License Plate Dresses: How to Be Anonymous in the Age of Surveillance." So, kind of how we were mentioning that, technology has just kind of gotten crazy recently. It's from the 2000s until now, 20 years, we've advanced just incredibly, like leaps and bounds from where we were 20 years ago. And nowadays, there's a camera just about every block recording us on some kind of CCTV. And, we have surveillance on the traffic lights. We have surveillance even in businesses. We have surveillance at work. It's everywhere you go. And not to mention people that have a camera pretty much at their hip at all times. So if they want to record you or if you want to record them, it just takes a couple clicks and you're there. So in this age of surveillance where your privacy is not really guaranteed anymore, we have a new invention that people came up with, and it's actually based out of Chicago. I'm not going to summarize the article for you. I'll leave a link for that. You guys could read it at your own leisure. It's really not a long article. Probably take maybe about 5-10 minutes to read if you have the time. But it kind of goes into detail about these glasses that reflect the actual, I guess, infrared spectrum that the cameras usually pick up, especially night vision ones. And so, because it reflects that, it pretty much looks like a bright light from the glasses. So if you have them
Right.
on, your face is distorted to the point where you really can't tell who or what it is, just a person walking. So what do you guys think about this?
Man,
I thought it was pretty neat seeing these glasses. I don't know how stylish they would look, but the idea I thought was very cool.
I mean, to me, it's an ingenious because data. I mean, the data that's being collected by the corporations, man, and the government is the corporations are just making money off of everything that we do, everything we search, use, locate, where we go. With the CCTVs when you walk into the store, and then the government uses it to track you and monitor. And this is pretty ingenious because I'm still a big proponent of privacy. I know it's harder and harder to do. And this thing, when you walk everywhere, like Noel said, there's cameras fucking everywhere. And this just turns your face into a fucking white orb. To me, it's pretty fucking ingenious. I mean, The article even states that the Apple face recognition wouldn't recognize you if you have these glasses on. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's another article. I'm not going to mention it now. I'll save it for a future episode. But it kind of relates to this in terms of just how surveillance has gotten out of hand recently in
Yeah.
like the recent years. And there's companies that are actually going to be reaching out to like the military, reaching out to the police departments, and they're going to be providing algorithms that can do facial recognition like in seconds. They can find wherever the hell you are in the world, or not in the world, but I guess you could say the US for sure, within like minutes at most with this facial recognition technology. So I was kind of reading it along the time that I was reading this article, so I thought it was pretty interesting. But I wanted to talk about this first because, well, we already know surveillance exists, but we'll talk about more in depth about how deep it is in the future article when I talk about the whole technology they're coming up with.
And the other big issue is, like always, the scary part is it has problems recognizing minorities, especially dark-skinned minorities. And if you're like an African American woman, like you could get in fucking trouble because it has a hard time recognizing women, black women, and it's been misidentifying the Amazon one. The Amazon's facial analyst system has higher error rates when identifying images of darker skinned females in comparison to lighter skinned males. So again, if you're a minority, I mean, if there isn't enough racial tension in this country, like here we go, it's more shit to get you in trouble when you don't need to be, and it's so hard to debate any person of authority or law enforcement because they're just gonna trust, well, the system can't be wrong or this can't be wrong, and they're just gonna take it and they're gonna take it to court and like ruin your fucking day and get you in all this nonsense.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool that these glasses, I had seen some of this tech used for license plates covers, where if the red light cameras try to take a picture, it would come up, kind of blurry and shiny so that you wouldn't be able to, define what the numbers are on your license plates.
I seen guys at the tolls, they stop their bike and then they lean back and put their hand over the plate and they just fucking gun it. I don't know if you ever seen that. I've seen that a couple times where I live. They just stop there and then they like reach back and then they put their hand on the plate and then they just fucking gun it. Which I found pretty interesting, not to pay 80 cents,
Well, it adds up, man. Especially if you take 390, or was it? Yeah, 390. Dude, it's ridiculous now. Taxes after taxes.
So he could just put these glasses on, tape it to the plate, and I think it'd be all right. If they, I don't. But it's like the only thing I don't know. It looks like sunglasses. That one picture of the lady, or is it a clear lens? That's why I don't know if it's just like a dark lens or a clear lens. Like, how does it work?
Well, it looks like a dark lens,
Yes.
based on the website. So there's two websites that I'm going to give links to. I'm going to give a link to the Seattle Times article, and I'm also going to give a link to the actual company that sells these glasses. They're called Reflecticals, and they're based out of Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only thing I didn't really see in the article. I don't know, man. I'm a big proponent to privacy. Does it say how much it cost? Was it like $50 it cost them or something?
So it depends. There's more than one model. Let's say the one that's called Ghost. That one ships in June, July, costs $164. There's another one, IR Cloak. That one's darker color. This is $84.
Right.
So you have to kind of browse around, see what you like, see the style you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I should say I'm not tempted to get it, but when you go protesting or if you do any of that, you might think about this because that all that shit's being scanned and there's cameras and all this other crap. So
I'd say if you're a gun owner and you're gonna go buy some medical marijuana or I guess recreational marijuana, you could put this on and don't worry about that camera.
You got to protect yourself from all the weed buying. And well, exactly when you go to the bank, the ATM stuff. I mean, if you really think about it, it's scary how much we're recorded or being watched in this country from, we used to worry about, or not worry, but in Europe, how much CCTVs were like in Britain. They were like in every freaking corner, and then you would watch all these crime happen, but nothing was getting done. It's just, oh yeah, we're watching somebody get killed, but at least we could arrest them down the road. And here we don't have that, but there's just fucking there's even people put dash cams or camera, on their dash of the cars because in case of an accident and all that. So there's somebody always recording. There's they're always gonna find video, and the government is always gonna have access to that whether you let them or not, because they're the government and they can pull all that information whenever they want.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's like more and more, it's more intrusive, all this Big Brother stuff. And it's funny, man, because with a coworker at work, we were talking about using these PDFs that we have in some of our drawings. So we were just going to use like a PDF editor to kind of add a few more lines of text. And we were just discussing about it, like, yeah, it'd be nice to bring these into AutoCAD and blah, blah, blah. The very next morning, I'm just scrolling through my YouTube feed, kind of seeing what's on my suggested list. And on there, it's a PDF to AutoCAD converter, like a step-by-step how to convert it over. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I've never searched converting PDFs to DWGs on YouTube. So why is it on here? I'm like, Big Brother's listening, man. They're listening to you and they can hear you, and they're using that algorithm to put things that they know you're going to click on.
Well, that's a part of it. And the glasses is more for public in cameras.
Right.
But we all know, we all fucking know people are so immune to it now. They're tired of hearing it. We know the Google Homes, the Echoes, the Alexas, they're listening. We know the TVs, they're listening to you fuck or whatever conversations you're having with your family. And the big worry used to be it was the government, but when we know they're listening, and the government does it for law enforcement. But the other thing I think people kind of miss, your data, the data that the companies collect on you. They turn around that and make millions off of that from all that collection to know what you talk about, what brands you're interested, what products. And they sell that information to potential people to target you more to purchase their shit. And that's like the big thing that no one is talking about. It's the data that they collect on you has the most fucking value to these companies because they go around and sell that shit. They're making money off of your info when you are the one that has, what you like, and they're making money off of it. Like, why the fuck am I making money off of my data? So everything that when I use like fucking Microsoft or Google or whatever, when I use their browser, they fucking storing all that shit and they target ads towards you. They're making money off of you. Like, there should be some fucking thing where we get paid for all that information they collected on us. Or we should create a fucking thing and split the thing with people to sell that data. Once we sell it, we give you a kickback. Patent pending.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. You think it would be fair to do that, but it's business. It's not about fair.
That's what I'm saying. Business, they're making millions, billions off of shit that you search, that they hear you talk about. They have all this shit and they sell it to companies off of your shit.
Yeah, no, it's smart. What they're doing is very intelligent.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, maybe we'll create something, a browser that we kick back to some of you register, but and then we'll sell it for like $1 trillion and call it a day.
That would be nice. You're thinking about people instead of money, which is good. Well, you're thinking of both, I guess. But
Well, yeah, I
people's
want to
what's going
get
to get you the
taken care
money.
of, and I'm pretty sure something like that's gonna come out. I'm pretty sure something like that's in the works. But the big thing that I like about this is like again privacy, and the second thing is people are naive to it. I guess they're collecting everything from what you watch to what you buy when you fucking search. There's someone's recording all that shit, man, and they're all making money off of what you're doing. And I think the individual person is missing out on all that. It's just fucking money that's on the table that somebody else is making money off of. You ain't getting a fucking dime. Like if we did all our research on who listens to our show and we could sell that to potential advertisers, that's the shit that they want to know. Okay, you have this many listeners. How many are women? How many are this type of minority? And then they try to target. They sell that to potential advertisers to target fucking certain things to our listeners. And it's just money. It's a shitload of money, and we're all losing out on it.
Yeah, no, you got a point. You got a point for sure. But it works both ways. Sometimes stuff like that works out in our benefit. Like, for example, you say they collect our data, so they advertise the stuff that like we're interested in, right? So let's say
So
I'm
yeah.
interested in like some kind of gadget, right? And then I
Hmm.
see an advertisement for an even cooler gadget. I might actually enjoy that and I might actually want that. So it actually benefited me because, or maybe I needed it, and I didn't know I needed it. I didn't know I had an accessory that, makes the gadget even better. And now I bought the accessory. So now it's even better. So it could work out in our benefit. And the surveillance stuff, it's kind of a double-edged sword, man. It's difficult to want to like get rid of any surveillance because sometimes it could actually help. Let's say, somebody robs your car and you have a surveillance camera that catches who did it and you recognize them, then or somebody can recognize them, you put their picture out there and then they're caught and you get your shit back. So that might work in your favor versus if there was no surveillance or let's say they use the reflecticles, then you don't even know who the hell this guy is. Your shit is gone forever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean
think
that
like
that
everything, there's good tools to be used, but unfortunately, sometimes people just use it for the bad stuff, the worst stuff to do.
yeah, that's like an interesting word you said, Noah. You might not know that you need it. You don't think you know. I mean, I'm playing on your words, but you don't think you know what you need, man, because or you need people to just constantly you get bombarded with advertising.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of the way I feel like you don't always know what's out there. You don't always know
I
what's
mean,
available.
absolutely,
And so
yes.
there's just so much technology that could be useful that I've kind of wish listed, like some of it's expensive right now, but it's going to be cheaper. So I'm like keeping my eye on it. I'm like, damn, this is going to be useful. And, when I have, a couple $100 to spare and just get this. But that's what the benefit of sometimes having those ads is you get to find out some new cool shit that you didn't know about. But I could see where it kind of annoys people because it's always in your face.
It's earlier I talked about a little bit about a political, but how many of you were bombarded by the Mike Bloomberg ads? Like every fucking time you turned on YouTube, every time you turned on Pluto TV, any any of that shit is just like this guy just paid for this shit to be in my face, man. And I just like that's what I'm talking about. Like I don't even fucking I rarely vote Democrat, and like this guy's in my fucking face 24 something digital media, and even on TV, even on fucking billboards, I saw someone driving around more than fucking Erlacher with his hair restored bullshit.
I've heard about that. And dude, what's funny to me is like a lot of people complain about ads and they have every right to, but I find myself not even paying attention to it. Like oblivious.
You're completely zoned out to ads.
I'm sure I've seen the ad for Bloomberg. I'm sure I've seen the ad for Erlacher, but I can't visualize it. I can't recall it. I just I believe you guys that it's out there. I just, whenever I see an ad, I immediately close it or immediately forget it, and it escapes from my mind. I'm so much more preoccupied with other shit that I don't even care about these ads.
Yeah, I think sometimes I use it for a chance to check my phone, you know, talk to my wife or, about whatever we were watching. So I use it as a chance to have a conversation, and where a lot of people see it as a negative, like, oh, another commercial. I see it as a benefit sometimes.
Mike Bloomberg has a fucking benefit.
Well, not
Or
his
when
ad in particular.
Pritzker was running for governor, every fucking time I turned on YouTube, that fucking hey JB, that fucking annoying lady talking to Pritzker. I like the Blackhawks. I like family. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I gotta wait the 10 seconds to skip the ad. Like,
Do you log in on
no, I don't
YouTube?
even have a login. I just fucking
Oh,
know. And I
that's
guess
the mistake,
I
dude, right
guess
there.
they target me because I watch a lot of political commentary stuff on YouTube, and my other big thing, a lot of wrestling interviews. So even when I
Just
would pop into wrestling interviews, there's fucking Mike Bloomberg talking about the Democrat that Trump doesn't want to face or whatever, and I'm like, oh god, like he spent like what $500 million on this, and he didn't. It's just like it was just like too much. I think it was just oversaturation with them. My personal, my opinion on that.
I think you just need to sign up for an account on YouTube. Usually, if you have a Google account, you can just use your Google Gmail account, and then you can just watch YouTube without ads. And
I mean,
sometimes the
yeah, I
ads
don't
you can
even know
skip
what the ads
through.
are. The service is called anymore. Was it Red or Premium or Hardcore? I mean, what the fuck is it called where you don't get the ads no more?
No, it's just YouTube, man. When I
No,
log on YouTube, I don't have to watch ads. I could skip them in like 3 seconds.
yeah, I mean, I skip them too. I mean, but they're always there. I know I
Now
could get
see that
ad-free YouTube, but I gotta pay. It's like I don't even know what it's called. I know it exists though.
there's certain videos that'll play an ad before you could even watch the video, and you could skip it, but that doesn't always happen, especially when you have an account. But when you don't have an account, almost every video, let's just say percentages then. With an account, 50. Without an account, 90. So that's how the ads work, hypothetically speaking. Like it's definitely different than those percentages exactly, but it's very close to that. Like that's my experience at least. When I'm not logged in, just about every video I watch has an ad. When I am logged in, it's
What
like
ad?
every now and again.
What ad pops up? Is it a variety or is it just
Yeah.
the same
No,
fucking ad?
no, variety. Just a random shit. And I usually skip it in 3 seconds. I couldn't even tell you what it is. Like a person pouring something or a person just breathing. I couldn't even tell you because I skip it so fast. It's random shit though.
Interesting.
I'm
Just
patient.
sign up.
I watch them. I just watch the whole thing.
Oh my
You're
god.
you're one sick bastard. But
The,
we love advertising. If we had an opportunity, we'll put it on a show. We're willing to sell out. I don't know about Noel. He might stick to his ethics, but I think me and Danny are willing to sell out.
Hell yeah, man.
if
Send us that blue chew, man. We'll get it rocking here, man.
if hell exists, there's a level of hell where all you can do is watch ads.
If Mike Bloomberg came to us and go, I'll give you $1 million for you to post an audio clip of my commercial halfway through the show, I'll be like, make it 2 million and I'll interview you and say whatever the fuck you want.
Hey, how did all those commercials work out for him, man?
I don't care, as long as the check clears.
No, I'm saying how did all those commercials
I
Mike
think he
use?
won. He got Mini Mike lost. He bowed out today. Is this afternoon.
Yeah, so I guess it didn't work out too well.
I just want the check to clear.
Yeah. No, well, you live and you learn, right?
Apparently,
Spend all that money for nothing.
$500 million didn't get him the presidency. I don't know how much Trump spent, but I don't know if it was that much though.
Maybe he pocketed half of it. He's just like, fuck it. All right, guys. Well, that wraps things up for today. Thank you so much for joining us on the Freeform Network. If you're not already, you better follow us on Facebook at Freeform Network, on Twitter at FFR Podcast, And if you have any questions or suggestions, the email to drop them is ffnquestions@gmail.com. For Freeform Radio, I'm Noel, and we have Daniel.
Yes, sir. Have a great time, a great evening, and enjoy yourself.
And Eddie.
I embrace socialism by giving you this free episode as consistently as we can throughout the year.
Definitely. And we wish you a great night and a beautiful tomorrow.
That was cool, Dad.